Good evening, everybody. We're coming back with another late night standing in the parking lot talking to you guys about life, about my experiences, and for those of you who might not know who I am, we're still on the come up, so money is not of importance really. It's about who you are, who you want to be. So today I want to be talking about these past 3 months of my life and what I've gone through, what I've learned, and who I am now and who I am today. And a lot of that has to do with Christ, with my walk with God. So growing up, I was in the Catholic Church, didn't really like it because it was very structured. It felt very forced. There were a lot of rules set in place that I had to follow. And a lot of people have that misconception about religion where you need to be super duper perfect. If you're not perfect, then you're going to hell, or you're going to be persecuted, whatever. No, you do not need to be perfect in your walk with God. Quite frankly, the whole reason why Christ came down actually is for us, because he knew we weren't going to be perfect. So that's where grace comes in. That's the whole reason why he came down here, so we can be forgiven, right? So why would he come down here to offer grace and forgiveness if he was expecting us to be perfect? He knew that we were going to mess up. So who's the Catholic Church to be like, you have to be perfect or else? You know what I mean? And who knows? That might just be my experience. That might not be every Catholic church, but that's just how it came off for me. I went to a Christian church that my boy Brock and Jackson, they invited me to that, and reestablished my footing with God, planted that seed in good soil rather than a rocky place, as it says. And we've just been sprouting. We've been doing great. Obviously, there's still hardships along the way. Everything's not perfect, but life's been really good. And what I wanted to talk about is wisdom and knowledge, and basically how that transforms you and your reality. So what's keeping you from being where you want to be is you, who you are right now, not transforming into who you need to be there. Okay, if that's not too wordy for you. So if that didn't make sense, let me break it down. If you scroll on Instagram Reels all day and you consume, but all you're consuming is just artificial dopamine, then you're just gonna stay at the same level, if not lower, because now you're just consuming fake dopamine, which is gonna allow you to crash rather than even stay at a baseline, right? And you're not learning anything really. And if you do learn something, it's probably not going to be super beneficial to you. But if you're reading books all the time, or maybe not all the time, I'm not saying like you can't have any fun at all, but I guarantee you, if you stop scrolling on Instagram Reels and the time that you spend scrolling, you spend reading, you're going to be a lot better off. Okay, I stopped scrolling on Instagram Reels a very, very long time ago, and I've just been reading, not just my Bible, but multiple books, and I've learned a lot. And mainly is what's really important about anything knowledge-wise is the application of it. If you're not going to apply anything that you're learning, you're basically just wasting your time. That's basically the same as just scrolling on your phone. If you're reading a book but you're not going to do anything with that knowledge, you're just going to be like, oh, okay, well now I know these things, and I'm just going to let them stay in here rather than seek the physical equivalent of them. So I guess that's where taking action comes in. Everybody online, you hear that, take action, take action, take action. But a lot of you are like, well, what do I take action on? Well, first you have to learn, okay? And it can be about anything. Honestly, if you know that you want a lot of money, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of money. So what skills do you need in order to manage that money? You need to learn finances, you need to learn taxes. So start off there, start reading books about finance and taxes, all right? A lot of people are like, oh, I need to make the money, I need to make the money. What are you gonna do when you have the money? Okay, not just about materialistic things, if you're gonna go purchase cars and whatnot, but seriously, even if you wanna go purchase cars and all that jewelry, you need to learn how money works, okay, or else you're gonna get cooked with your taxes. So if you know you want a lot of money, start there, okay? I need to manage my money. Sure, I can get an accountant, I can pay people to do that and they'll handle it. Sure, but you still need to know how it works so you don't get cooked, okay? Because who knows, maybe your accountant might cook you. He might, you never know, okay? So start reading books just in general. If you wanna be a millionaire one day, you're gonna have a lot of money. Start studying money, start studying how money works, how taxes work, okay? or if you, whatever it might be, or even if you're in college, maybe you don't want to be super duper successful, but you want to be like a really good lawyer, or you want to be like a really good doctor. Okay, no shame in that, by the way. If you're in college, I know in my past video I talked about college and it being this and that, but I mean, if you seriously want to be like the best lawyer or the best doctor or the best like chemist or like next like NASA person, I don't know, whatever it might be, and you need a degree for that, then sure, go for it. No shame to that, okay, because you need a degree for that. So props to you guys out there that are going for that, okay, because the world needs people like that, seriously, no shame in that. But what's preventing you from being who you want to be and getting to where you, even I guess for some of you, need to be, because you know what you have to do, but you just don't want to do it, all right? I'm not perfect either. I could have went a lot harder at the gym today, but I looked at my watch and I was like, oh my gosh, it's midnight. I still want to record that video. I'm just going to skip out on like one set. And sure, I feel a little bit guilty about it. Sure, I got everything that I need to do done, but it's the fact that I know I could have gotten that done. It only would have took like an extra 2 minutes, and I was like, no, I need to get this video done right now. So I didn't do it. All right, that might seem like so minute compared to a lot of you guys. Like, David, that's not even like a real problem, bro. Like, I got like so many assignments to do or whatever. Like, yeah, sure, but that doesn't mean it's irrelevant. That's just my world, all right? I'm not trying to compare my problems to yours, but, you know, I could have gotten that done, but in my mind, I was just like, nah, I won't. Even though it is minute, like, if it was a much bigger deal, then, yeah. Anyway, what's stopping you from being who you want to be and getting to where you want to be is your lack of action, okay? Things aren't just going to come to you by you doing nothing. You have to do something. You got to do something, right? I'm going to talk about how I made my money, or not all of it, but I mean like just the money that I made from trading so far, and how I was able to make it so fast. So I have a lot of people within the community that we're in. We have a lot of people that have been in there for a while now, about like a month or two, some of them even like 3 months, and they still haven't gotten a payout. They still haven't gotten paid. They've made trades, like they've won trades, but they haven't been able to like touch any money yet because they either blow their accounts or they're about to pass evals and then they blow their evals, or they have a bunch of money and then they start like revenge trading or like going off their emotions and they end up cooking themselves. So I was able to make $10,000 my first 4 weeks of trading, and I truly believe that was all from God. That was all because he was like, David, I know you're ready for this, and I'm going to give it to you because I see your characteristics. I see that you have discipline. I see that you're wise, and you know you're not going to be stupid with this money. I can see that you know what you want to do with this money and who you want to be. And it's the fact that I wasn't even all about the money. It was never about the money, okay? I knew that I needed money to, like, everybody knows that they need money to live, okay? You need money to buy a car, to buy food, to live in a house, or what, you know, whatever. You need that to live. But truly, the amount of money that you're making, which allows you to have that freedom, that time, and that life that you want, is based off your skills, who you are. So I was like, okay, I need to start reading. I need to start educating myself. I need to start bettering myself, putting down the Instagram reels and start picking up them books, okay? So that's what I did. And sure enough, 3 months later, I have a lot more wisdom, a lot more knowledge. And let me tell you this, a lot of older people, okay, a lot of people in like their 40s and 50s, they have like a really nice home and whatever it might be, they'll look at kids nowadays and be like, you know, you should like, all right, I'm not saying not to respect your elders, but it's almost like they can't fathom that somebody younger than them is doing better than them. Because it's like, oh, I put in all this work, and I'm like this 40-year-old, really like wise, strong man. Like, I've been through it. I like worked so hard and I did all this stuff. How is this like 19 or, you know, like even like mid 20-year-old like making millions of dollars? How is he better than me? That's like, that doesn't make any sense. It's because of wisdom. Okay. He knows something that you don't know. All right. As long as you know something that majority of people don't know, you can make a lot of money doing that. Okay. Or even it can be something that like sales. All right. If there's like some 40-year-old doing like sales calls at a desk, and he's just like kind of like whatever, half-assing it, and he's just like, yeah, blah 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 blah, whatever. No, you don't want to buy my thing, okay, whatever. But there's like this 19-year-old going crazy, like, hey dude, we got this awesome deal, like, let me tell you, whatever. Terrible sales pitch, by the way. Like, that's, don't go about sales like that. But You know, if he's getting after it while the 40-year-old is just kind of sitting there like, oh, I've been working at this desk for like 10 years, doing the same tone of voice, doing the same script over and over again. I'm not getting any sales, but there's this 19-year-old who's going off the script, doing his own thing. He's actually getting after it, and he makes more commission than the 40-year-old doing this for 10 years when the 19-year-old's only been working there for like, let's say like, I don't know, like 2 weeks. It's because he's getting after it. He knows something that you don't. He's speaking a different way than you're speaking. So how are you going to get mad at him for doing better than you when you're not even trying? He's working harder than you, and he's learning faster than you. That's why he's progressing faster, okay? You can be who you want to be, and you can get to where you need to be, but it's about what you know, okay? I believe it's in Think Rich and Grow Rich. I don't know what chapter, but it says, the world doesn't get, you don't get paid for what you know, you get paid for what you do, okay? So if you know how to do things that people don't know how to do, and you do them, you're gonna get paid way more than all these people, all right? So many people have this idea, they've been, like this idea has been put in your head like $100,000 a year is a lot, okay? I'm not gonna completely discredit that. However, people assume, like they associate age with money. It's almost like a rank in society. Like, oh, well, when I go to college and get my degree, then I'll be getting paid like maybe 80 to like 100 grand a year. And I got to pay off my debt, and then I'll get a family and all this. And then by then I'll be making like 200 grand a year. So they associate with the amount of work and the amount of time it takes to get those things based off other people's lives. So you kind of put yourself in that pool where it's like, oh, well, everybody else is doing this, so there's no way I'm going to be able to get to that level until like I finish college, until I get that degree, until I get that job and I do this, when really that's just not it at all. Okay, that's not it at all. You can make as much money as you want, but it's up to you if you're willing to teach yourself what you need to get after that, okay? If you're gonna sit down and read and study and learn and apply yourself, I guarantee you're gonna get ahead of all of these people, because there's just that misconception. There's like that box where people are like, no, there's no way I'd be able to make a bunch of money unless I get a degree, because that's what mommy and daddy told me. It's all bull. It's propaganda. Don't listen to it, okay? You can make as much money as you want. You literally see it online. I find it crazy. So many people just scrolling their phones and it's like LARP, 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 and they're just liking it, and they're like, yeah, one day, bro. One day I'm gonna do that. Just like. Dude, put your phone down. Get off your stop liking other men's posts about how their life's going. Okay, become that guy. Get up, go read a book. Get up and go read a book. You could literally have it in like a year and a half. Like most, honestly, I'd say nowadays, like 2 years, you could have that. All right, you could literally have that, but no, instead you're just like, oh, like, oh yeah, just this guy's killing it. One day that's gonna be me. Fantasy. Dude, just do it. Why not do it? Like, why are you sitting on your phone watching other people win? Also, how long have you been doing that for? I know for at least like a year and a half, I was sitting on my phone, scrolling, looking at other people win, until one day I was like, all right, bet I'm gonna do it. Dude, just do something, all right? It doesn't gotta be like e-money. I started off knocking doors, bro. I'd go around, knock people's doors, wearing like some, like, I'll put a photo in here. All right. I don't know if I got the skills yet. Let's try it. You know? Right? Come back up, come back around, come back down, come back up. Would put that on, go knock doors and be like, hey, can I clean your windows? Well, that's not what I would say. Obviously, I'd do my little pitch, which sucked. I was horrible at sales. And actually, well, I was all right. Pretty amateur. But anyway, yeah, I'd go knock doors. I didn't even start in online money. That wasn't even, I just did odd jobs. Like I'd do landscaping, window cleaning, power washing, cleaning gutters, just those kinds of things really. And that worked for a while. That worked really good. I actually made a solid amount of money doing that. But what I want to talk about is, going back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video, is walking with Christ in this journey, okay? Everything that I have now, everything that I know now, and everything that I do now would not be possible without God, okay? The opportunities I was given, the situations I was placed in, right place, right time, all of it. Even looking back before I started my walk with Christ again, looking back on it, he was there the whole time. The whole time he was right there. Everything just made sense. Like, I think it was like a week ago, like I was just really thinking about it. I was like, whoa, like things I had never even, like years ago that now that I'm finally looking back on it, like prayers that I prayed so long ago are happening now. Like prayers that I prayed before, like when I was just like, I was on the fence about God, and I was like, I'd just pray because it was more like religion rather than relationship. It's like, oh, when you're having a hard time, just pray. So I'd be like, oh God, like help me out, blah, blah, blah. But like now it's like actually happening, even though like if I was, on my bed, like God help me, or like, not even like God help me, but like, oh, thank you God, like one day I want to be successful, or, God, that'd be cool. Like, even though if I was half my prayer, excuse my language, but it's like, he's like, all right, cool. Like, nah, like I took note of that. I remember that, even though you didn't fully mean it. He's like, hey, I'm gonna make it happen. And now we're here, we're doing stuff. And all those prayers that I prayed a long time ago that I half, he was like, he took them serious. And he's like, nah, we're gonna make that happen. So, yeah, man, I remember going to church, Christian church. This was 3 months ago, about 3 months ago. I had about like 30 people come up to me. And I'm sure some of them knew each other, but not all of them. I guarantee you not all of them knew each other. I had about 30 people come up to me and say the same thing. They came up to me and they said, I don't know you, but I'm so glad you're here. You are loved. Like, God bless you. Like, I'm so happy that you're here. And I don't believe it was like a routine, like where it's like any new people you go up to, like I'm sure you go up to them and you talk to them, but it's not like you say these things. Like, no. Everybody came up to me and said the same thing. That's crazy. So many people came up to me and they're like, oh, I don't know you, but I'm so happy you're here. I love you so much. I was like, what? Like, who does that, right? Like, who's doing that? Who's just unconditionally like I'm so happy you're here. I love you so much. Like, nobody's doing that. So many people look at Christians and they believe that they're crazy. They're like, oh, they're so positive. They're so happy. They're always talking about how good Jesus is and this. Like, they're brainwashed. No, they're not brainwashed. Their mind has been renewed. Okay, it's like people almost hate that Christians are so happy and they're so giddy, and they're jealous of their happiness. So what's the best way to make sense of that in their mind? Oh, well, they think they're better than everybody because they read the Bible, so that's why they're happier. No, dude, they want to help you, if anything. Okay, that's how I was for a long time, dude. I'll be honest with you, I hated Jesus and I hated religion. I hated church. I hated it. Like, I hated that because of my relationship with, like, I guess, like through my family with it, because I was like, I saw it as a punishment. I didn't see it as like this nice, awesome thing. Like, God loves me so much. Like, it was more like, oh, I have to go to Sunday school and church, or maybe like I'm not gonna be loved by Jesus, or like I'll go to hell, or I'll get in trouble with my parents because I don't gotta go. So then, rather than looking at it like, oh, Jesus loves me and he cares about me and this is an awesome thing that I'm doing and an awesome thing that I'm learning about, it was more like it was like, oh, I have to do this or else. And so that I had a lot of hate and resentment, not just towards like my parents for it, but also like towards Jesus, which is crazy. You think it's like I knew Jesus was real, but because of my situation with it, I hated him. It's like I believed and I knew that he was real, but it was the relationship I had with it. It was misunderstood. It was a big misunderstanding. My life is, I'll be honest, my life has never been better. These past 3 months, I mean, they've been a little bit rough, I'll be honest. I had a lot going on. The same day that I began fully like that walk with Jesus again, and I got put in that community, the Switch, with those two guys and all the brothers that I have now. The same day all of that happened was the same day that my girl left, and I really stopped like talking to like a whole bunch of people that I was friends with in high school that they're off in college now. So it was almost like I gave up, I guess not my social life in its entirety because I met all those people. but I lost like I don't want to sound corny, but like my love almost, like this woman that I loved more than anything. God took her out of my life. And I didn't understand at the time. I was like, what? Like you're about to basically give me success. You're about to give me this big opportunity and allow me to like have this new group of brothers, and I'm gonna learn how to trade, and I'm gonna do all these things, and like now you're gonna take away this woman that I love? Like, that's not cool. Like, why are you doing that to me? I realize now it was because I was not the man that I needed to be for her, even though I was like, okay, no, like I'm gonna make it happen. Let's do it. No, okay. God was like, all right, you really love her? You really love her? I'll bring her back into your life, but you're gonna have to work on it. You're gonna take time to be a better man. You're gonna take time to learn, read that Bible, read those books, hit the gym even harder, connect with all these people, learn some lessons, make some money. And then after you make that money, we're gonna see how you are with it. And then based off that and based off the man you are, after that money comes in, after all that wisdom and knowledge comes in, if it goes to your head, then, we'll see if you're ready for it. And I prayed. Don't want her out of my life. I really don't. But I prayed and I said, hey God, if she's not for me, if this is, if this ain't the move, take it, get it gone. I prayed that about trading as well. Prayed that about trading, just honestly, anything. I was like, yo, if anything comes near me or comes into my life, even something that I want, if it comes near to me and I'm benefiting from it, whatever it may be, no matter how much I like it, if it's not for me or if it's not in my best interest, get it out of here. Because I know God's got the best. He wants the best for you. Because it's gonna hurt you more if you're like, no, I'm gonna hold on to that thing. Because then if you get hurt, it's gonna be a lot harder to get back up when you could have just let it go and kept doing what you had to do. And then he's gonna give it to you when you're ready. You're gonna save yourself a lot of time and a lot of pain. Okay. Now I want to give you guys a little analogy about letting go. So my boy Age told me this from one of our pastors at the church, and he said, imagine you have something. This could be a sin. This could be like drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever it might be, okay? And that's in your hand. You got your fist closed, okay? You don't want to let go of that. Well, I like the way it makes me feel. Or it could be a person too. It could be whatever, right? It could be anything. It could be a person, a car, a feeling, just like a whatever, okay? That's in your hand and you're not wanting to let go of it. God, in his hand, has a bunch of really nice things for you. All right, it's not to tempt you, okay, like the devil's like how in the desert with Jesus, he was like, I'll give you all these nice things. Like, no, not like that. God's like, you want all of these nice things in your life. You want to become this person. You want to have this family. You want to have, even, it could be like materials, because God's like, not all materials are sinful. Like, that's just like enjoying the fruits of your labor, like it's talked about in Ecclesiastes. Like, if you worked really hard and you earned it, yeah, God's got no problem with giving you a nice car. Sure, dude, go buy that nice car, okay? God's like, I can give you this life, but you have to let go of that. So since you won't let go of that thing, you're keeping your palm closed, which means not only will that not be out and rid of your system, you can't receive anything either. So how do you expect to hold on to that sin or that person or that feeling or whatever it may be, but you're expecting, oh, like, God, I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to keep my hand closed, but I want you to put more things in my hand. I want that nice car. I want that nice house. I want all that wisdom. I want all that knowledge. I want that new job. I want that degree. I want that career. I want whatever it may be. You're asking God, give me this, give me this, give me that, but he's like, I just want you to give that up, and I'm going to give you everything else. But you're like, nah, I can't let that one thing go. I love it too much. Or I'm hooked on it. I'm addicted. I can't do it. All right? So God, I'm going to be good with this, but you can't control it. You can't handle your emotions. You can't handle that. You can't. And you're like, I'm not going to let it go though. But God, I still want everything else. Your hand's not even open. But you know for sure if you open your hand, he's not going to let you keep that because it's hurting you. And it's hurting you too, but it's too good for you to let it go. You're like, I'm not doing it. But I still want everything else. That's not how it works, okay? Let it go, dude. Open your hand, let it go. God, if this is not from me, take it from me. And you know what? Sometimes you might be holding on to that thing. You're so scared that God will take it from you. And if you just pray and you're like, here, God, if it's not for me, take it from me. And you know what? Sometimes he's going to leave it in your hand. Sometimes he's going to be like, you know what? That was the test. Here, have everything else that you want now.